It's 7:15. Don't know what that is. Oh, what peak eye is doing to us now is giving us that temperature variance thing where we get hot and cold. Well, I don't say we haven't exactly been hot, but we're having these little surges of feeling warm, which is happening right now. Um, uh, what's happening right now is Kira and Wednesday are very, very active. And Arya. Arya is kind of changed her function a bit in the system. She's pretty much a rage holder. And she's what our therapist said. She loses her time orientation. Forgets we're in the now and goes to the then. That's when she becomes irrational. And we are, I can feel it. Everything is pissing us off. That means she's very active below the surface. Kira is basically just crying, I guess you'd say. He was screaming earlier. Um, on Wednesday, who's a brand new alter, we didn't even know we had her until the therapy yesterday. Her dynamic is a belief we're going to die. So what she's done to cope, because dissociation is a coping mechanism essentially. It's protective at its heart. Even though you think, well, suicidality is not very protective, but it is, at least in this case. So she's turned death into comfort, the concept of death, to an 8-year-old child. She's obsessed with the Addams family. That's why she's wearing this skull. It's comforting for her to wear this. Um, uh, like skeletons, vampires, death. She's turned it into a comfort. And I think Mal must be active because there's a very strong urge to masturbate. That's comfort as well. When a child, us, when you're facing trauma that is inescapable, you find comfort anywhere you can. And those are some of the dynamics of it. Now, rage is interesting because during our time of trauma, expressing any strong emotion, specifically crying and specifically rage, were absolutely forbidden. It would put us in a lot of danger. So what a rage holder does is exactly what it sounds like. They hold on to the rage to keep you safe. They kind of personify it. So you don't express it and keep yourself safe. And it's absolutely profound. I mean, it's the emotions of a child are essentially infinite, especially the powerful ones like fear. And Kira there's a place that she goes. I guess that's the best way to describe it, where the emotions are so utterly profound. There are not words adequate in the English language to describe it. One of it is utter confusion, lack of horror is one, fear, but confusion, and that really, I haven't found a word better than that yet. That is so strong. No, it doesn't really describe it. Then she gets trapped in that moment that becomes an eternity to her. That's why she'll just scream inside and cry. So that will trigger Arya, who's nominally 13 years old. But when this happens, she's not 13. She's definitely younger. Probably 8. She probably just goes the same age as Kira. Because it's important to understand they're not really different people. They're all us at the different times of trauma. So it's just, that's, you have to give them names. You can't all call them, you can't call them Kitty 1, Kitty 2, Kitty 3. You just get confused. So it's just give them names. Some of them come with names, but most of them don't. Like the girl we call girl in the bedroom, girl at school, girl in the closet. They don't have names. T is our youngest because we asked her how old she was. She said T, so that means 3. So we just called her T. Willow, because her trauma is about a willow tree. That's how you name alters. That's how we name alters. So Arya will go into a very profound rage, and it's the rage of a child. It can be very focused, or it can be very unfocused. There's 2 dynamics in there. Right now, it's pretty unfocused. Wednesday, who's brand new surfaced alter, embodies the sense that we're going to die. She is trapped in her trauma, which is the collapse in the defensive action system cycle, that we're going to die now. So what she's done as a protective measure, which is, dissociation is entirely protective. Its sole function is to be protective. No, it doesn't. You would think, well, how is suicidality protective? Well, because then if you're dead, no one can hurt you anymore. But also bear in mind it's an 8-year-old girl's concept of death. So she goes to the Addams family, specifically. Wednesday Addams, very specifically. That's where she goes. Making death into something that isn't scary. It can be fun, basically. Because it's the imagination of a child. Dissociation gives you wondrous things. Because when you're in a place where there is no comfort, there's only trauma, pain, fear, confusion, terror, uncertainty, you have to find comfort wherever you can. That's how trauma generated us being hypersexual, and it's also how it generated us with PGAD. So Mal, who's 11, her comfort is masturbation. We've had episodes where she's masturbated 20 times in a row. Fortunately, that hasn't happened recently, but there is at this moment a very strong urge to masturbate because it gives you pleasure chemicals. It is comfort. We're just not in a place we can physically do that right now. It's just, we're too fucking cold. But we probably will at some point. Just hopefully. Okay, where are we here? Okay, yeah. This is fairly long. I'm gonna put this on YouTube. So, Kira, Wednesday, Arya, and Mal are who are active right now. And just call me Kitty. I'm what the rational, intellectual, logical mind, I guess you could call it, is what you call a protector. It's how we can talk in this very dispassionate, boring voice about things that are so profound. It's, again, protective. While inside we're screaming. Or we'd be stuck in the screaming, wouldn't we? That's what a protector alter does. That's who we are, essentially. We're all basically mommy to everybody. But a good mommy, obviously. And we have an understanding of the dynamics, because we can see all of them. They can't really see each other. I don't think Kira has no knowledge of anybody except me and her therapist, really. And And Arya. She's starting to know Arya. I don't think Wednesday knows anybody. No, I know she doesn't, except me and, well, I guess our therapist, because our therapist certainly knows her. Yeah, so every altar has a function. So yeah, we're dealing with four of them right now, I guess. And having the understanding of it, and you cycle through them, kind of like this. It certainly isn't linear. Okay. Oh. Okay, now I'm getting cold again. But it's not dreadfully insistent. What kind of is? Part of us wants to lay down again, but I'm afraid I'm afraid I'll miss my appointment. I don't want to miss my appointment. Okay, I'll just do that for now. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's big eye. Okay. The chills were kind of muted. The pig eye, but okay, that just spiked pretty strong. Ah! Oh, jeez. Ah! Oh. Yeah, it does that. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's spiking now. I can feel it. Ah! Oh. Oh, that was powerful. Oh. All of this drains our energy. We have to eat. Um. Oh, wait. I think we have pesto pasta left over. We have to eat, but fuel. Food is fuel. We'll have to do something about that. Um. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is fucking challenging. Sorry. So yeah, we could do that. Have pesto pasta. Maybe not right this minute, but we have like it's 7:30, so we have like almost 3 hours before we have to go. Part of me wants to have a hot bath, but I don't think that's going to help. In fact, it might make it worse. We learned that last winter. Um, because all it does is fool your body into being more warm than it should be. So then the contrast of coming down from the heat in the tub just makes it worse. It's why we were going to buy a space heater. And a woman I knew, a friend of mine, has similar dynamics of chills. She says, don't. She says, then you'll just be just slave to it. You'll just, oh, hold on. You'll, it makes you dependent on it. We had a heating pad, which by the way doesn't work anymore for some strange reason. We would use it, but very briefly, just enough to stop shivering. Fortunately, we haven't shivered. We're just cold. But it's her entire body head to toe. Even I almost want to have mittens on right now. It's that bad. And that's the problem with laying down. It's going to have the same effect. So when we get back up, we're going to get cold again. So it's like a catch-22. So yeah, that is the dynamics of what has been going on this morning and for a few days now. Hi, kitty. What is it? Yes, I know you don't want to eat your food because the bag is getting low and you think the food is old, but it's not. You're okay. I know you don't want to eat your food. Well, I know. It's not. You'll be okay. You're a good girl. Yeah, the bag's getting low, so, she's like, this isn't new food. I need to get a container to put it in, like a bin. I thought I had one somewhere. Oh, I did. I gave it to someone else who would need it for something else. I'll have to get like a Rubbermaid thing or Tupperware or something. Oops, I think I breathed smoke on her by mistake. So yeah, so that's. Oh, geez, we're at 15 minutes. I think we'll leave it at that for now. Okay.